Okay, I just dropped off the Indian food and they had like a hanging thing on their door that said, all y'all are welcome, but you gotta act right. I just thought that was funny. And I was also correct about the drop-offs because the Sally Beauty is 2 minutes from here. So I'm gonna get that dropped off and then see if we can get something else. And that's why they do this, guys. So they sent me all the way out here. And the people who ordered the Indian food tipped me $12. Go ahead, I would love you to guess how much the person tipped me that got the Sally's. Go ahead. Guess. I'll give you one guess. Zero. It's low class. Very low class. Alright, I decided to take this Instacart for $8.24 to go 2.2 miles. It's 4 items in Publix, and it's on my way back to where I need to go because I'm further away than I need to be. Alright, in and out, just as I suspected. There was a one of the things that they wanted was at the deli, but one thing I love about Instacart at Publix is that you don't have to, well, majority of the time, you don't have to go over to the deli and actually like say I want a pound of turkey or whatever. Instacart sends that portion of the order to the deli and they have it ready for you when you get there. So you just go over to the little pickup area and all of like the sliced deli stuff will be waiting for you, which is super helpful because I'm pretty sure that anybody else that is a driver that does shopping, especially on Instacart and things like that, like we really don't like it when there's a bunch of deli stuff because you just never know if there's going to be a line at the deli, which there usually is, and then, you know, it takes them a while. They don't work very fast in the deli, and I don't think they're supposed to. You know, they're working with sharp, you know, heavy machinery. They should probably take their time, but it's like the find the meat and then prep the slicer and then slice the meat. Do you want it this thin or do you want it like this? Just cut it. Just cut it. Anyway, that is my deli rant of the evening. I'm on my way to the customer. I'm only 7 minutes away. Cool. Barely out of that community, and I got a $10 call to go to Dollar General, 3 miles, and I think, let's see, how many items? 8 items. So this should be pretty quick, and it's going in the direction, or continues going in the direction I need to be going in. Alright, that was relatively quick. I found everything I needed to find. I think I had to make one replacement. It was on a small bag of Takis, and they didn't have the original. They only had the blue, but I imagine a Taki is a Taki. Granted, I'm not a Taki person, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's only a couple of miles to the customer, so it should take me about 6-ish minutes to get there. Okay, $9.65 to go 5.5 miles for Chili's. Alright, 2 for 2 on Chili's today. Being ready when I get here. So, there we go. And then with these paper bags, I try not to zipper up my hot bag like all the way, otherwise the moisture it creates makes the bag go icky. So if you ever see me not fully zip the bag, there's a method to my madness. We are
then turn left.
15 minutes away from the drop-off. Alright, another DoorDash, $12 to go 6.7 miles, but 3 miles of it is to the store and pretty much getting out of this little community that I'm in now. So that works. It looks like I've got to grab 11 items. So should be pretty quick. I had a little bit of trouble finding the right water, so that took me a few extra minutes, but we're only 8 minutes away from the customer. So all around, pretty quick order for 12 bucks. $7.35 to go 4.6 miles. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is a 50-50 for me as to whether they're actually ready or not. Alright, scrap that. That was a terrible order. So, I actually just took a Walgreens Instacart. I'm right here by the Walgreens already, and it was just a few items, like $10 to go 1.8 miles, and it takes me closer to where I do want to be. Alright, I had to replace one item for a more expensive item, pretty much twice the price. So let's see if that changes our tip at all. Right now I'm supposed to make just over $10. Let's see if it goes up. I don't know. We're 7 minutes away from the customer. Just took a $22 offer for Target to deliver what's said 14 miles, but it's 5 miles to get there. So it should be about 9 miles. It's gonna lead me back towards where I live, which is nice. So I took that. It's like for 27 items, but Target is, knock on wood, usually pretty good about telling you where everything is and being super accurate. So that tip did go up for Walgreens since I had to change something out. So instead of that $10 and like 7 cents, I think was the original, I ended up making $11.26 with that. So that works. All right. Target shop is done, and it will take me about 20 minutes to get to the customer. Okay, so sweet girl, but she came outside to help me bring in her groceries, but she didn't tip. All right, I'm about to take my last order of the day. It is 9 o'clock on the dot. $22 for 4.9 miles, 13 items. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done and end the night. I am on my way to drop this off, and it is 5 minutes away from here, and then I will be back to tell you and discuss numbers. Okay, so I am done. I'm about 10 minutes from home. So in that time, I will go ahead and give you some numbers. I made a whopping $253.26 today. So overall, I made $21.11 per hour. And here's the funny thing. I'm kind of learning that I'm making pretty much the same hourly whether I work day or night, because in the morning, granted, I had that really huge $52 order, so I'm sure that made a huge difference today, but my morning shift is 6.5 hours from 9:30 until 4, right? And in that time, I made an average of $21.15, which is just a little over the average of what I made all day. At night, so I made what was it, $137.45 this morning in that 6.5 hours, and then in my night shift from 4 to 9:30, so it's 5.5 hours, I made $115.81, and that averaged out to $21.06 an hour. I ended up making $1.62 per mile today, and I drove about 156 miles. So overall, that is a very successful day. I'm going to go ahead and ask again for you to please subscribe and give a thumbs up to my videos. It doesn't cost anything. I don't have any memberships or anything like that. It just really helps me out. I did hit 20 subscribers today. For only doing this for maybe like a month or so. I know at least half of them are people who love me, like my friends and my family. But there are other people out there that don't know me that have decided to join this channel, and I couldn't appreciate it more. I'm hoping throughout this entire year that I can do enough to get myself monetized, but I can't do that without your help. So if you wouldn't mind, again, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share my video, comment. I would love to start interacting with people. I'm noticing nobody really comments on my videos. Just say hi. That would be nice. Ask me a question. I'm willing to answer. I think that's why a lot of us do this DoorDash YouTube thing, is to kind of maybe make people understand what we do and how we do it, why we do it, and get kind of the ins and outs, because I think a lot of people don't understand how this works, or much like anything, how anything works, unless you've done it yourself. So taking you along for the ride also makes it a little bit less lonely. I'm out here all day, and even though I'm just talking to a camera, I still do feel like I'm talking to all of you as well. So yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day and continue to have an amazing night. Thanks for joining me. Bye.